Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I know सबका साल बहुत ज़्यादा खराब चल रहा है, but some of you are actually questioning that is your Canadian dream over?
And guys, the short answer is it is not. आज की वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे why we feel whatever is happening now is temporary and in fact Canada immigration at least अगले 10 साल तक एक्टिव रहेगा.
Sure! Do watch this video till the end. It's gonna be fun. So let's get started.
Before we start talking about future of immigration, let's talk about all the bad news this year. CRS cutoffs have been really high in 2020. In fact, 470 से नीचे इस साल एक भी बार नहीं आई है FSW cutoff. Number 2, there has been no FSW draw since 4th of March. It's been 2 months now. And number 3, Alberta just announced that they are closing their PNP programs to everyone who is not in Alberta.
This news from Alberta was a massive hit because Alberta is famous for taking out a lot of draws around the year, and Dusra, they actually give invitations to people who have CRS as low as 300. But I think all is not lost. This is just a COVID measure, and once COVID settles down, they will open again.
अभी हो क्या रहा है कि कोविड-19 की वजह से everyone is trying to settle down, including us, including you, and including IRCC. And they're trying to figure out how to work their way around COVID-19. And I'm pretty sure that this is very, very temporary and things can only improve from here.
And guys, the reality is Canada needs immigration more than we need Canada.
And हम ये सिर्फ ऐसे ही नहीं कह रहे हैं. We'll actually back this up by pure facts. Fact number 1, Canada is getting old, where 18% of population is retired and over the age of 65. That's 6.5 million people. And guys, अब आप बोलोगे कि ये सब हमें क्यों बता रहा है? It is really important to understand जो लोग retire होते हैं, they actually do not pay taxes. Moreover, they actually need more social security, चाहे वो पेंशन हो या फिर एक्सेस टू मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज, मेडिकल इक्विपमेंट्स और ओल्ड एज होम.
In fact, as per government reports in Canada.ca, there will be 6 million more people that will retire in the next 10 years. इसका मतलब by 2030 there will be 6 million less taxpayers who actually paid $100 billion in tax in a year, and that's a lot of money.
अब बात करते हैं कनाडा की यंग पॉपुलेशन की. Canada has one of the worst birth rates in the world. There are roughly 350,000 births per year, which means that by 2030 there'll be a maximum of 3.5 million taxpayers, which is way less than the number of people who are retiring. And क्योंकि नए taxpayers जो होते हैं वो young होते हैं, उनकी jobs थोड़ी lower position पे होती है, therefore they actually contribute less tax. So at max, the contribution from these young taxpayers will be 35 billion, which is way less than the 100 billion that the retirees were paying.
So all in all, Canadian government will get $65 billion less tax per year by 2030. Uber said they will need to spend more on medical services because the number of old people have increased and they require more medical attention.
Guys, I hope अभी तक आप confused नहीं हुए हो and you actually understand what the Canadian government is actually facing in 2030. तो अब आते हैं immigration numbers पे. Earlier this year, Canada immigration minister said that they will invite 300,000 new immigrants per year to Canada at least for the next 3 years. Guys, these immigrants actually come to Canada with at least $10,000 in their banks. That's $3 billion of foreign money that comes from India or other countries into Canada. Uber says most of these immigrants are young and they are actually very, very skilled. And they contribute a minimum of $15,000 per year. अगर अगले 10 साल तक 3 लाख लोग हर साल कनाडा बुलाता है, तब जाके there'll be 30 lakh people who will come to Canada paying $15,000 per year, taking the total tax collection to $50 billion per year in 2030.
Guys, remember we said that the Canadian government will lose $100 billion of taxpayer money and add only $35 billion from the new Canadian taxpayers. Now add another $50 billion to it from new immigrants. And Canada still loses $15 billion per year.
एज यू कैन सी गाइस, कनाडा का काम इमिग्रेशन के बिना नहीं चलने वाला। ऊपर से द एवरेज एज ऑफ अ कैनेडियन इन कनाडा इज 40. That means that in 25 years they'll actually stop paying taxes and they will retire. Versus an immigrant जिसकी average age है 30, which means that they have 35 more tax paying years, which is exactly what Canada needs right now.
A lot of people actually ask us, why Canada wants to invite so many immigrants and each to resources that are meant for Canadians.
Guys, what we need to understand is Canada is actually made of immigrants. If you look at the history of Canada, सिर्फ 5% लोग ऐसे हैं जो कि इंडिजिनस ग्रुप से बिलोंग करते हैं, विच वर नेटिव कनेडियन। बाकी सब या तो यूरोप से आए हैं या यूएस से आए हैं या इंडिया से आए हैं, एंड 95% ऑफ पॉपुलेशन इज एक्चुअली not really Canadian. They have just converted their passports from whatever it was earlier to a Canadian passport.
Guys, Canada का सारा medical infrastructure, state of the art transport system, beautiful landscapes, जो भी इस कंट्री को अमेजिंग बनाता है वो सब कुछ टैक्स पेयर मनी की वजह से है। अब न्यू अगर इमिग्रेंट्स आएंगे तो ऑफ कोर्स दे विल यूज दीज फैसिलिटीज, बट आई थिंक ये फैसिलिटीज तो ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल है।
Guys, Canada is the second largest country in the world and यहाँ पे सिर्फ 4 करोड़ लोग रहते हैं। तो अगर 20-30 लाख लोग आ भी जाएंगे अगले 10 साल में तो वो भी एग्जिस्टिंग फैसिलिटीज यूज कर सकते हैं। But these 30 lakh new immigrants will actually bring $50 billion of tax paying every single year, and they will also bring $30 billion of foreign currency from their home country into Canada, which is far more valuable than the facilities that these new immigrants will actually use in Canada.
तो guys, जो भी हमें मैसेज कर रहे हैं कि कोविड की वजह से कहीं कनाडा इमिग्रेशन बंद ना हो जाए या अगले साल कनाडा स्टॉप्स इमिग्रेशन, तो आप लोगों को थोड़ी क्लैरिटी मिल गई होगी कि कनाडा नीड्स यू मोर देन यू नीड कनाडा। तो हमारे हिसाब से कनाडा इमिग्रेशन थोड़ा मुश्किल हो सकता है बिकॉज ऑफ मोर कंपटीशन, बट बंद नहीं हो सकता। कनाडा एक्चुअली कैन नॉट अफोर्ड टू क्लोज इट।
तो गाइस, अगर वीडियो अच्छी लगी है तो वीडियो को लाइक करके जाना एंड चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो अगर अभी तक नहीं करा है, एंड बेल आइकन जरूर प्रेस करना सो दैट यू गेट अपडेट्स ऑफ एवरी वीडियो दैट वी अपलोड। मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए बाय बाय।